How's it going, guys? Panther Films here. Today we're going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 4 of Loki. This episode is titled The Heart of the TVA. In our last episode we had the return of Renslayer and Miss Minutes, where they went to Chicago to go find or give a kid the TVA book. That kid grew up to be a Kang variant, and his name was Victor Timely. And he's kind of like a con man, but he's also extremely smart because he's learned everything through the TVA book. And luckily, Obi needs a Kang variant to like stabilize the Loom. And of course, Mobius and Loki end up finding the Kang variant, Victor Timely, but then they also find Renslayer. And then Sylvie showed up, and of course she wanted to kill Timely. Loki protected him. Then Timely escaped with Miss Minutes and Renslayer. And Renslayer almost convinced Timely to join her, but he doesn't like working with a partner, and he basically betrayed Renslayer. And then Miss Minutes did some creepy shit, I'll be honest. She basically wants a body so she can be in love with He Who Remains, or the variant, Victor Timely. And obviously that creeped Victor out. She's gone. And then Renslayer popped back up, and then Loki and Mobius came in time. Then Sylvie came, saved the day. She kicked Renslayer into the end of time, where Miss Minutes revealed that Renslayer is going to be extremely angry about something. Which, I think the theory is that Renslayer is going to be Miss Minutes or something like that, or Renslayer's memory's just been wiped, right? And she was with He Who Remains at the beginning and created everything, like, around the TVA with him. And then just to add to that ending, we also had Victor Timely go to the TVA with Loki and Mobius. But I'm very curious to see where they go this episode, because we still got some explanations, like what happened in the first episode, who pruned Loki. The big theory is that it was himself from the future, which makes perfect sense. And of course, what's going on with Renslayer. And I guess you could also add in like Mobius' backstory, like who was he originally. But yeah, we're already on episode 4, and based off last season, episode 4 was pretty fucking big. So we'll have to see where this one goes. But I mean, that basically sums it all up. So let's stop dilly-dallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode. X-Men. Why are they showing this?
The TVA. It's gonna make you real angry.
Why do I bother doing the recap? But what? End of time, mate. I'm glad we're picking up right where we left off.
Just watch.
So it's almost ready.
A utopia at the end of time.
You made a difference in this war. Thank you for being on my team.
Mm-hmm.
The TVA awaits our commands.
Is Miss Minutes a thing at this point?
See you soon.
And then he didn't come. He stayed. Oh, there she
Hey,
is.
boss. Fancy a game of chess?
Pull up Protocol 42. Erase her memories.
Mm-hmm.
Erase all their memory.
It's like Order 66, but instead of killing the Jedi, you wipe the memory.
It was you who commanded the army.
What are you proposing?
That we don't need him. Maybe we never did.
She honestly kind of took that pretty well, compared to how last episode ended. Like Miss Minutes said Renslayer would be angry, but unless she's going to take her anger out on someone else. Mm-hmm. Timely.
The TVA.
Yes, that's you. The fuck? This is going to be bad, I'm telling you.
Hello?
Hello.
What do you want with me?
Come with us, and we'll show you.
That didn't sound as reassuring as you hoped it would.
You have to trust us, and we don't have time.
I'm from Chicago. I don't trust anyone. Clock lady monster thing wants me. I should have some say.
Music.
Is that my Loom?
Yes, and you're the only one.
Look at Mobius. They really haven't gone in depth with the timelines being pruned. It's basically just been forgotten.
TVA has to change, and it has to change now. She's a general of the TVA. If you can convince her that this new version is worth protecting too,
Hmm.
I don't think it'll change anything.
Your words changed me.
Fair enough. Hot, fresh coffee. Looks like a perk machine from COD.
Trust me, it's not that great, and we don't have time.
Wait, how does Sylvie know where Ouroboros is?
The Loom will still overload.
This is Casey, an OB.
Yep.
O.B. Ouroboros.
Yeah, that's me. I learned everything I know from a brilliant 19th century inventor named Victor Timely.
Wait, what? That's interesting.
Your work is based on his work, and his
That's
work
a
is based on
paradox,
your work.
Exactly
right?
which came first.
The way you explained the electric bypass system.
Bypass.
Poetry, just poetry.
Guys, sorry to...
We have a good plan.
Okay.
Pretty good plan. I haven't been able to carve out figures to represent all of us.
The Loom.
I'm honestly embarrassed that Victor is here to see it. It's simple. One of us will have to take our throughput multiplier down the gangway. Load, they'll need to hit the green button,
Simple.
launch it towards the loom.
Who made that sound effect?
Backlog of branches that was created when someone killed He Who Remains.
It's your fault, Sylvie.
We need to make the rings bigger. There's much more temporal radiation out here
Than there
than
was
there was
before.
when you went out there, Mobius.
So much more. More. I mean, Loki's really gonna have to huff it then, right?
Just because it isn't you, it isn't necessarily me.
Listen, guys,
Your shit too.
it doesn't matter who it is. It's doable.
Is Timely gonna do it?
Our throughput multiplier does not yet work.
Why?
Doesn't work.
Wait, let me guess.
He's got it, right?
I had the same problem with
Yep.
my Loom, a prototype.
Integrating them, if that would even work, would take a long time.
If anyone can, it's you.
I don't know. It's kinda sus.
Hi. Everything is turning to shit.
Hey, language.
It's a great idea. Doesn't matter that the branches are dying.
Is she dumb? It's her fault.
It's just another bad day at the office for you. Doesn't matter if you disappear. Because you've never bothered to look.
How long has Mobius been a part of the TVA, though?
Listen up.
Why are they all in the same cell?
We don't really have the numbers, obviously. And if we just try to figure this out, we can get out of this room and we can get back to our lives. Churchill.
cut the shit.
Language.
Well, it seemed like you gave up when you sold out our plan.
I didn't know you knew that.
Oh, yes.
Don't you think you earned your life?
No! I don't want any of this, but I know you care about the TVA. That's the only reason I'm here. What do you want?
Your help.
Can we trust you? How can I trust you?
Well, how can we trust you?
But I care about this place, these people. So do you.
What if they don't go for it?
Then I guess we're screwed, right? Find the music interesting. Like it's building to something.
Plan on coming to Pyland.
I asked for your help, and you walked away.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. And you're only here because you started all this.
Some years ago, my brother was banished from Asgard.
Some years ago. I mean, from his perspective, that wasn't that long ago.
Said he'd gone soft.
Soft girl she killed.
Those people will survive. You spared their lives too.
She's part of the TVA. All those dead branches, those dead people. That's the TVA's fault.
But it's also your fault.
What if you are wrong to believe that this place can be any better? Burn this place down and start from scratch.
Sure. Annihilating is easy.
But then what comes after?
So Timely can save the TVA.
Maybe. Or doom it.
I didn't have you down for an optimist.
This is the best.
Show him all of this, and then just send him home.
Or wipe his memory.
Now, for better or for worse, the timelines are free. It's up to us to protect them.
Whatever we do, we're playing God.
I mean, that was a theory last season, right? Like, both of them would become He Who Remains, or They Who Remain.
We are gods.
B-15 has integrity. I don't need to agree with her to know that.
Uh-oh.
She's setting in place her plan to control the TVA.
Missed minutes.
And you. This is really disappointing, I must say.
I know, I'm working on myself.
The temporal loom
She's fucking mental.
driven into the ground by two variants.
This is also Sylvie's fault. Sylvie could have just killed Venslayer and ended it. But, of course not. Wait, what?
Life in the timeline was that good, huh?
Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Look at her fucking face. Jesus Christ. Ew, I hear like dripping. Also, Miss Minutes, what the fuck was that, dude? Like she took enjoyment out of that.
How we looking?
Cool. What is it?
What is that? You have a machine for that.
Yeah.
About this hot cocoa machine, could I take a look?
Can you sit tight for just a second?
Yep. Oh, you can still hear the dripping of the blood. They're not going to show it, obviously. Why's he got the prune stick? Oh! What the fuck? Oh shit.
Where's the device?
Do people that are pruned still end up in that place from last season?
It's Miss Minutes. She's taking control of all the systems.
That's why the temp pads aren't working. Grab the multiplier and let's get Timely. Timely's gone. Miss Minutes is back.
Mm-hmm.
Docs and her team are dead. Gotta be Rensselaer.
Well, whose fault is that, Sylvie? You could have killed her and ended it.
Without his order, I can't open the blast doors. We're locked.
She wants the TVA.
Hmm.
They're still here.
Sit
down.
You're gonna talk when I say you can, and only then.
If you don't like what I have to tell you,
It's a very small box.
Oof.
I think you're going to like what I have to say.
That's getting a lot worse. Looks like it's about to explode. The alarms are going off. He's got a prune stick.
Oh, come on.
The elevator. Yep.
Loki?
Sylvie? You okay?
Take the stairs.
Take the stairs. Like Hulk. This is the first episode again, right? Yeah, look. So Loki pruned himself. I was right. I really wasn't that far in the future then, which is weird. I did also say it was going to be episode 4 or 5 or something. But then who's ringing? Yep, full circle. Now he knows. Isn't that technically another paradox? Yeah. That must have been weird.
I promise you this will make sense.
Answer it, Jesus. Who is it?
About time. It's taking you guys so long.
It was Obi this whole time.
Miss Minutes is sabotaging everything. It's slowing us down.
Could take her offline if I reboot the system. The dampeners that prevent people from using magic at the TVA. We would have to turn that off too.
Yeah, because they need their magic. Wait, wouldn't that mean the Infinity Stones would work?
Let me investigate.
Whoa.
I'm being locked out.
Good. Crazy shit.
I only have moments left. Victor, I need to tell you. I need to tell you.
That's what you get.
You'll never be him.
What the fuck?
I'm Miss Minutes, and the
Well, at least she's gone. Crazy fucking clock. Brad, you're just gonna get blasted into next year, dude. Also, you're not exactly being stealthy.
What do you say, X5?
Oh. Oh. She's in his head. It's gonna be controlling him, mate.
Come here for a second.
Puna!
Come here.
Yes! Thank fuck. But where did she go? Like, did they still go to the place from last season, or is somewhere else?
Just put your head in the scanner.
Don't know about that.
Is that safe?
Something's gonna happen with Timely. It's gonna, like, create Kang or some shit.
Can I come out?
Can I come out?
It's worse than
That was a crazy shot.
I'll put the suit on.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, he's the main character.
It should be me. I know how the throughput multiplier works.
Load the multiplier, launch it, and get back. Got it?
Got it. Time to be brave.
I mean, something's gonna happen, right? The fact that it isn't Loki. How's his hair thin, though? For all time, always. Jesus! The radiation levels are way too high.
What happened?
He's gone.
What? Where is he?
He's gone.
Thanks, Sylvie. Another Kang variant's dead. Oh. Oh, wait. Is it... What's happening? Full reset? Oh, Jesus. Don't flashbang me. What? Did it reset? What happened? What the fuck? What happened? It must have reset the timeline, right? Like it's a failsafe if something goes wrong. Yet again, another episode 4 having a huge cliffhanger. Right? Last season we had Loki being pruned and then he woke up in front of other variants of himself. And now this season, everything's dead or been reset. Like, I feel like it would be a failsafe. It just makes sense. If shit goes wrong with the timelines and the branches, there's something to completely reset everything. Because to me, it kind of looked like a prune effect, just a slightly different one. So it just reset everything. It reset the timeline, it reset every branch to fix it. Maybe. Or the multiverse is unleashed now. And it's interesting that it happened after Timely got deleted. Like, has his death got something to do with the Loom breaking? I don't know, it's just weird timing. Might just be a coincidence, though. But yeah, I mean, speaking of Timely, Jesus. Like, the way he just disintegrated. Like, you could see, like, I'm pretty sure you could see, like, his rib cage, like, the bones and stuff, and, like, the muscle as it was being ripped away and spaghettified, right? Like, Jesus. And that scream, too. Like, oof. Like, he was all amped up, and then as soon as he runs out, dead. Well, it's a good thing Mobius and Loki didn't go out, because they'd be dead too. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter now, considering everything might be dead or reset. Because there's some things that I remember from the trailer for Season 2 that we haven't seen yet. So I do know Loki's still alive. Like, I think there was a part where he was, like, time-slipping in front of, like, a supermarket or something like that. So, unless that was a deleted scene, which it could be. I feel like this episode teased what's about to happen in the next 2 episodes. Because of the previously recap. Right? Like, you had them talking about time slipping, and then we got to see the effects of that this episode, right? Okay, now it's full circle, Loki pruned himself, which is a paradox, like, which came first? But what happens now that the timeline's been erased or reset or whatever, it's done? Does he start time slipping again? And speaking of paradoxes, I was somewhat right with the Obi thing, like it being a full circle, and it makes sense, like, he's a full circle of himself, like, it's a paradox. Which came first? Timely writing the TVA book, or Obi, right? Like, his name works really well for this episode, and they did that on purpose, obviously. I'm still trying to work out where they're going to go this season. Like, we've got 2 episodes left, and I do feel like the stakes aren't that high. You know what I mean? Like, sure, the end of this episode is big. But how big? Like, is it just a cliffhanger? And then next week everything's back to normal and nothing happened? Or is there something grander happening here? Like, I feel like the best option would be to bring in Kang. Right? Like, actually Kang. Because that's the problem with this multiverse saga. I understand that there's Kang variants, but we need to see the Kang. Like, the one that is going to be the big bad. Like, not a bunch of variants, we need to see him. Unless the one from Quantumania was him. Which could line up with that explosion. Because what if Kang from Quantumania was pulled into that portal that ended up at the TVA? Like, we still don't know where the TVA is located, right? Like, it's outside of time and space. Maybe. Or is it just super, super small? There was a lot of theories talking about how it's, like, inside the quantum realm, but maybe it's smaller than the quantum realm. Like, I don't know how, which would mean, like, after Kang from Quantumania gets sucked up into that machine, he ends up here. Because I kind of did like that Kang from Quantumania. It just, like, I feel like that should be the main Kang. So if he gets to come back for revenge, that would be pretty sick. Like, he was defeated, but now he's back, and he's back for good. And he's going to kill, like, a shit ton of people. Because it would line up. Like, he gets sucked into this device, and then he ends up at the TVA. The build-up to Kang hasn't been as good as the Thanos build-up. I understand, we're still early days, but You know, after Avengers 1, you had that, like, tease of, oh shit, Thanos is coming. I just really need to see, like, the big bad Kang, you know? Unless we've already seen him, like I said, the Quantum Mania one. But yeah, that scene with Dox and her Minutemen basically getting shrunk and crushed. Oof. That has to be, like, the most gruesome death in the MCU, right? Outside of Timely, I guess, because Timely's was pretty fucked. But still, we didn't see it. It's just hearing it and seeing the characters' reactions to it. It must have been pretty gnarly. Finally, after last episode, I had enough of Miss Minutes, and this episode, she's gone. For now. I feel like she's going to come back, probably next episode or the finale. Like, the timeline being reset or whatever happened at the end, I think Renslayer's probably going to come back too, and everyone that's been pruned is probably going to be coming back too. Which would kind of suck, because then, if it is a timeline reset, does that mean, like, Dox and everyone comes back to life? Because if that's the case, then there's no consequences if it all just gets undone within an episode. Hopefully not. Hopefully the people that are dead stay dead, because otherwise, what's the point? I understand people will say, but it's Marvel. Like, Marvel are known to bring people back from the dead. And it's like, yes, other versions of the character. Like, Loki, for instance, he's not the same Loki that we come to love through, like, you know, Dark World and Ragnarok and all that, right? Like, that Loki's dead. This is a new Loki. You know, he's got a very different character journey, very different development. And honestly, a part of me does kind of prefer this Loki over the one that we had in the movies. Like, everything that's happened this season is because of Sylvie. Like, because she killed He Who Remains, all this has gone down. All these branches have been deleted, the timeline's been reset, shit has gone wrong, people have died, a lot of people have died. So I just don't get why I should really care too much about Sylvie, considering she's caused all this. Like, in a way, she's the villain, right? So I definitely see, like, next episode, or maybe the finale, we're going to see Mobius' backstory. We have to. They've been teasing it throughout this whole season. It'd be stupid not to. I'd also love to see, like, Obi's backstory, like, how he ended up at the TVA. Like, maybe that's what we could get next episode. Everyone's back into their normal timeline, everything's been reset. But then the question is, how's Loki going to play into that? Like, does he just go back into Endgame, or 2012, right? And he gets taken to Asgard. Yeah, overall, that was a pretty decent episode. Super excited to see where they go in the next two and how they conclude this season. I hope it's not going to suffer the same fate as all the other Marvel shows, where, like, the finale isn't great. But we'll just have to see. But yeah, I mean, that basically sums it all up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.